I'm here with Rick Eggers from Florida, and we're checking out his really cool cycle carts here at Huntsville Grand Prix. Stick around. So Rick, tell us about the blue and white Miller.
Okay, I got into cycle karting when I was building a little Model T for my grandkids, gas powered, and I needed some parts for something or other, and I was looking on the internet and I discovered CycleKarts, and that just lit a fire. I said, I got to build one of these. And looking at all the different ones on the forum and whatever, I kind of decided I wanted something low slung, racy, and I settled on this Miller Ford 1935 Indy car. And it gave me a few challenges, like the suspension. I didn't want exposed leaf springs like so many have, because it just wouldn't fit with his body style and stuff. So I came up with the torsion bars that are actually inside the body.
Right, so that's one of the unique things about both your cars is the torsion bar suspensions.
Right.
So that's really unique to it's not really been done as far as I know, other than what you've done on these two. Other people have, I think maybe people are thinking about copying it, but I don't know if anybody actually has yet or not.
Mark Parnell did on that.
Oh, that's right. He's doing that on that
Ferrari that he's now dead, I guess. He's not doing it. But anyway,
right.
Yeah, I'm surprised it really hasn't caught on, because it's so easy and it's
and it works.
It works, and you can have a rear suspension. I have a bad back, so I really appreciate driving this one on a bumpy surface.
Right. Well, and just so you know, these cars are exceptionally built. They're beautiful up close, and in the photography we're doing today, they're two of the most beautiful cycle karts in existence.
Thank you.
As far as I'm concerned, just the workmanship is amazing. And I think when the first time I saw the red car at Huntsville 1 or 2, I forget exactly which year it was, Huntsville 1, and I asked you, what is your experience? Oh, I'm self-taught. Well, I'm not sure I believe all of that, but
it's true.
But the results speak for themselves. Really good craftsmanship.
I go to YouTube University. That's where
that's where we learned. That's where I learned to build them with Dennis Thomas's videos as well. That's where I got my courage to build my first cycle kart. And that's the reason we do these videos, to give people the courage to build something that they may not think they can do. Because you know what? It's possible. You just got to take the time and invest in your talents and learn something, right? Because we don't all know everything about everything.
And one thing I learned early on is to make something that's really appreciated by other people like you is little details.
Yeah.
All the little details. Like, I made this banjo steering wheel because you couldn't buy one like that. But that's what they had, and I wanted that dash to look like the race car.
Right,
so.
and it does. It looks every bit the part. Every bit about these cycle karts really looks super cool.
And I made that steering wheel as well, just like the real Alpha. And it made the gauges, and I thought while I was making them, well, you know what? It's an Italian car. They're probably going to be in Italian. So look at all these.
Yeah, all the gauges are in Italian.
Italian.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I'll get a shot of that real quick here.
A detail nobody ever notices. But
Yeah, I've noticed it on some Italian Ferraris or things like that. Olio and different words like that that are definitely Italian words. So the rear suspension on this car is amazing.
It's I wanted it independent, just for the fun of building it. It really doesn't fit the car. I don't know what the original car had. Probably a straight axle. I'm not sure, but I decided to go with this because, like I said, I wanted just the fun of building it, see if I could do it and make it work.
Well, and you pulled it up beautifully. Even the hinged hood back here is a work of art. Just getting this fiberglass to look as good as it does. Anybody who's messed with fiberglass knows how hard it is to make it look as shiny and pretty as this does.
As thin as this stuff is.
Right, and keeping it lightweight. Yeah. Do you know how much the cars weigh?
This one is 249.
249. Okay.
And this whole tail section is 6 pounds.
Wow. So 249 in the world of cycle karting is really on the light side, especially with as complicated as this kart is.
This one's 235.
235 on the Miller. Wow. Okay, so that's even lighter.
Yeah.
So you've done a great job keeping the weight down, because weight is horsepower and speed and performance.
Yep.
So you found CycleKarts for the first time on YouTube.
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Okay. Oh. And how quickly did you decide to build after that?
Oh, immediately.
Immediately? Okay.
I mean, like I said, I was building that Model T for my grandkids, and as soon as I was done with that, I was ordering parts and materials to build this Miller.
Right.
So,
well, we're so glad you built these, because, man, the work you turned out is an inspiration to many guys, and I think hopefully these videos will help people decide to tackle something as sophisticated as these cars are, because they're not the typical Model T or Bugatti or Alfa Romeo.
No, they're not.
They're on a different level, a different era of racing, but
Right.
still
Right, and that's-
some of the most beautiful cars ever made.
Thank you.
And you know, the original cars were beautiful too. I know they're arguing that as well. So, and you really captured you know, the exhaust pipes, the louvers, all that extra work that takes time and effort to make, because it does take time and effort to make those things.
Right.
And
so much of it you can't buy, you have to make. Like I said, I made the steering wheel, I made that little windshield, the whole entire thing.
Right.
Built that frame out of a piece of aluminum, and you know, you can't buy a windshield like that size. You know,
Right.
That's the problem.
Right. Yeah. And they are you know, bespoke. Everything about the CycleKarts are bespoke,
So-
right? So it's amazing. I mean, you can get some stuff off the shelf, but I don't see a whole lot of off the shelf stuff on your cars. I see wheels and tires.
Brakes. That's
That
pretty much-
everything else is pretty much custom made or bespoke.
Yeah, I made my own hubs and axles and all that, spindles.
Yeah.
Everything had to be made to do what I was doing.
Right. And it is spectacular.
Thank you.
So, Rick, I really want to thank you for showing these CycleKarts to us today and spend a little time talking on our video on our silly little channel.
You're welcome.
And hey, guys, get out in the garage and build something cool.